And now, almost live from Lake Junaluska, it's time for NOAC News, featuring your crack NOAC News team. The news starts now. Well, now. But now. And now, another fun-filled episode of Know Your NOAC Obscure History.
At the 1996 NOAC, NOAC news reporter Christopher Brown was run over by A, NOACers heading for the ice cream social, B, a flock of geese, C, Eddie Edmonds in a golf cart, or D, a tram.
I think a tram.
A tram is correct. That is correct. Very good. Besides Lake Junaluska, where else has NOAC been held? A, Estes Park, Colorado, B, Las Vegas, Nevada, C, Ocean City, New Jersey, or D, none of the above. All have been at Lake Junaluska.
I'm sure, none of the above. They've all been here.
You're right. You're right.
Right.
Very good. What annual conference moderator was told that they're too young to come to NOAC? Was it A, Harriet Finney, B, Sean Replogle, or C, Tim Harvey?
Sean Replogle.
That is correct. Very well done.
You know, Chris, it's really been neat to have this special artwork here at NOAC.
I agree.
People can read about it on page 14 in the booklet. It was created by Gail Azinger from the Highland Avenue Church, who's obviously really an outstanding artist.
Absolutely.
And
so
yeah.
I think it would be interesting to ask NOAC participants what they see in the artwork.
I see fish and eyes. And so it's very lively, and we in the Church of the Brethren are known for loaves and fishes. So that's what I see.
I see many different shapes. I see fish. I see circles of continuous movement and form that goes from left to right, and maybe that's where we should be focused.
It's like a rocket, that white thing. Maybe shooting up? I don't know.
Well, at first I thought it was kind of people with arms like this, reaching out to each other. And I mean, I really like it. I read the description, finally yesterday or the day before. But it looked like people reaching across barriers, and then I realized, no, it's not really, but it is. It's what you can see in it that lists it out. And so the white line, interesting. She has it as the purpose flowing through life. I look at it kind of as a barrier, and people are overcoming the barrier in all kinds of different creative ways.
I see fish, and I'm so used to seeing fish because I used to go to Canada to catch them. But I think that represents Jesus. That's my interpretation of it.
I see a lot of people on the road, and we're all together. And we're all in for the same reason that we're all here, to find our passion. A whole bunch of people on the road.
After hearing Jonathan Wilson Hartgrove yesterday, is that the white that flows down through the center feels a little bit to me like a tree that's rooted in the ground, and we also want to capture and take with us the things from our ancient texts and our history and heritage that are important in the movement forward. So that's some of my initial unofficial response to the question.
Dave, you've been involved in the denominational vision committee here for the last couple of years. What are some of the things you've been working on related to that?
Well, I think that this NOAC group is one of the most well-informed segments of the church's population. And I'm not just saying that to endear them to me, but that's actually, I really do believe that. I would say that just to endure them to me, but I really do believe that. And so I think it's helpful for all of us to see what the vision statement that we came up with that will be considered next year at annual conference. I made a real short video that illustrates it, and it's basically just a very short statement of what the vision for the church might be if the conference passes that. You know, there are lots of ways of presenting a vision. That's a more formal way. Here's a more informal presentation of a vision statement, and you might see some people and places you recognize.
I'm through with going to a church that doesn't walk the walk, that spends way more time on empty talk. This faith hasn't turned out quite the way I want it to be.
Tell me what you want.
I want some baptismal vows that really mean something, and discipleship like we've never ever seen, and some people who know what it means to be community.
Yeah, so what you need?
I need a church that's not all down and dreary, spending endless days just debating queries, when there's people out there everywhere who are really in need. I want a church that lays out a potluck meal, but remembers that it's God who's the real square deal. Gonna kneel right down and remember while we wash some feet.
So how you gonna do it?
I'm gonna take my church to a brand new day. I'd even sell the pews and change the name.
Cause we all just wanna live the brethren dream, go and fix up houses while we eat ice cream. The life is simple if you've got enough nerve, and we all love Jesus cause that's who we serve, and we'll help out anyone in need cause we know it's right. We don't need no creed. Every child of God's gonna see a place when they find true peace, when they search for grace. Well, hey, hey, I wanna see a new day. Hey, hey, I wanna see a new day.
I need a church that lives God's earthly presence, that can take a good thing and swing for the fences, at least when it comes to God and what He wants from me.
I need a worship time full of pep and life that isn't bound by a building with endless strife. Somewhere between rock and rap and soul will do it for me.
So how you gonna do it?
I'm gonna take my church to a brand new day. I'd even sell the pews and change the name.
Cause we all just wanna be a church one day that cares for all God's people, cause they're here to stay, where the grace comes easy and the love comes cheap. Cause we all need to listen when the people weep, and we'll hang out with the poor in spirit, looking for God's love as we live and hear it. Every sinner with their sorrows gonna wind up here. Everybody's gonna find they've got a friend who's near, and we'll hang out with the down and outers who are poor in spirit and are chronic doubters. We'll find them every day with a Craigslist ad and a Facebook page that we've always had.
Well, hey, hey, I wanna see a new day.
I need to plug into the real cool story of a man named Jesus and his blazing glory. We can be a movement, not an institution, and show God's love like a revolution. Cause we all just wanna be a church one day that cares for all God's people, cause they're here to stay, where the grace comes easy and the love comes cheap. Cause we all come to listen when the people weep, and we'll hang out with the poor in spirit, looking for God's love as we live and hear it. Every sinner with the sorrow's gonna wind up here. Everybody's gonna find they've got a friend who's near, and we'll hang out with the down and outers who are poor in spirit and are chronic doubters. We'll find them every day with the Craigslist ad and the Facebook page that we've always had. Well, hey, hey, I wanna see a new day. Hey, hey, I wanna see a new day.
The wider church seems to have a misconception about what happens here at NOAC, and so
that's right.
when we were at annual conference this summer, we tried to allay some of those fears, and so we tried to let people know what really happens at NOAC. So let's take a look at that.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
And welcome to NOAC. We're at Lake Junaluska.
No, Chris. This is annual conference. NOAC's not till September in Lake Junaluska.
So this is just ACT then?
Yeah,
Welcome
AC,
to ACT.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But tell them a little bit about our news
But we need to
reports.
do this example newscast so they can see kind of the things that are happening at NOAC
Twice a
in
day.
September.
Twice a day.
We
Right.
have a newscast
Right.
where we tell people, preview what's happening. And so this is kind of a preview of the preview.
And we do those
Flawlessly.
so well, flawlessly.
We never have to
really do.
redo anything.
No second takes,
interruptions,
no interruptions. Very professional.
No
course.
second takes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take two.
And welcome to NOAC, the National Old Adult Conference.
No, Chris. Not old. Older. National older.
Older than
Adult
what?
Conference. Well, it's older. Oh, well, you know, as long as you're 50 and older.
Oh, okay.
But there's vibrant, active
Yeah,
people
oh, yeah.
at NOAC. You know
So
that.
it's like the baby boomers and beyond.
There you go.
Okay.
It's great.
Take three.
Take three. Jeez.
And welcome to the National Older Adult Conference.
Good. Okay.
Here at Lake Junaluska, where we have a 5-hour business session where we're going to teach you how to write an appropriate query.
No, Chris, we don't have business sessions at NOAC. I mean, we have a lot of wonderful things to do, but no business
No
sessions.
Robert's Rules of Order?
No Robert's Rules of Order. It's just
faith,
fun,
fellowship,
food, family,
friends.
Fabulous.
That sort of thing.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, let's try this again.
Four. Okay. And welcome to NOAC at Lake Junaluska, where I'm going to teach you how to blow up a rubber glove on your head because it's a required activity. Now, here you go.
No.
This is
Chris.
very important to be able to learn how to do this. You put
Let
it
me
over your
tell 'em
nose
what you-
first. Get on your
Please.
head like this.
Please listen.
And then you're going to inhale through your mouth and exhale
You
through
do
your
not
nose.
have
Like
required
this.
activities at NOAC. You just do not have to worry about that. I hope you'll come to NOAC. This year's theme is Come to the Waters. What a beautiful theme to think about
sure you
when
blow your nose
we're
before
there
you
at
do
Lake
this.
Junaluska. People like to take hikes around the water. It reminds me of how nice the weather is there. It's in Carolina, the mountains, the lakes. There's no hot air there at Lake Junaluska. And there's an expanding list of activities and interest groups, worship, so many wonderful things to do. It's just such a beautiful place. If you haven't registered yet for Come to the Waters, NOAC 2008, please still register. Come, be with us, enjoy it. It's such a blast. It's just so fun and so wonderful to be there together. You know, I can't imagine a fall on the even years of not going to NOAC. It's just so wonderful. And people keep coming and coming.
Can you pop it for me? I can't
And they
get it
just
across.
keep.
Well, that's it for the NOAC news. Back to you at the ABC News Desk, Kathy and Eddie.
All right.